This exercise is one of my absolute favorites, and it's just a basic calf raise. Super important exercise to give you some strength, obviously, through your calf, which is a key muscle for propelling ourselves, so walking and doing those types of things. But it's also a really great way to get some strength through your foot and specifically through your toes as well. So to start off with, I'll go through the most basic calf raise, which is just a double leg calf raise and going up, talk you through a few key points, and then just show you how to progress this along as you're able to. So to start off with, you really just need a wall or something that you can balance on. We want to be in a position where our feet are about hip width apart from each other. So I'll go there so you can see me a little bit better. So once your hands are on the wall, we're going to push up onto our toes. So we want to go up and try and go as high as we can. And even though this is a really simple exercise, there's some really key points here that we want to go through. Number one, when we're going up and down, we don't want to be leaning forwards like this. What I want you to think is you should be a straight line from your thigh to your torso. And you almost want to be thinking like you're trying to head up the roof. So you want to go up as high as you can and then nice and controlled down like so. As we move further down into the feet, across the ball of your foot, I want you to feel like you've got pressure across the whole ball. There might be a little bit more pressure on the inside, so through your first and second toe, but it shouldn't feel like all of your force is just going over onto that first toe. So we want that nice even pressure across the ball of the foot and raise up and make sure that there's some awareness and contact with the ground across that whole ball of the foot. The other really important thing is what your toes are doing. We want your toes to stay out nice and straight. I don't want to see your toes clawing onto the ground like this. So again, if you watch my feet, we're going to go up nice and tall. Toes stay nice and spread out. Get that little hole in at the top and then we come back down. So they're really those key things there. It's straight up and down, nice even pressure across the foot and make sure we're not clawing with those toes. Now, once you've got on top of the double leg calf raise and we're looking to progress it to make it a little bit harder, one of the simple ways we can do that is go onto one leg. So everything remains exactly the same except for now we're just doing it on one leg. We want to keep the knee nice and straight here. We go up towards the roof, even pressure across the foot, get as high as we can. Think about squeezing your heel into your calf and then nice and controlled, come back down. When you feel like you've got your head around that, the next progression is then doing it through a bit more range, which involves going over a step. So it doesn't need to be a big step at all. I've got my exercise step here, we'll place that on there. And from here, you most likely will be fine to just go straight onto a single leg from this. But if you don't feel confident, again, let's go back to two legs. The main difference here now is that our heels are going to drop past neutral. You get a really nice calf stretch, and then we're just working through more range and going up through there. And then once you've got past that, you just then progress onto that single leg. Everything remains important in that we're going straight up and down. We don't want to be bending through the knee. We want the toes to be working hard and nice even pressure across the feet. So, simple exercise, the calf raise, one of my favorites, but obviously there's a few key points there to make sure that we're doing it correctly and getting the most benefit out of it.